Yep.
today. We did talk, I think Bruce has already alerted you that we did talk about lead generation last week, and just in summary,
Yep.
uh, the the important thing on lead generation, in my mind, I'm just going to go to the big universes of activity that need to take place. Number one, understand your target market. Way too many companies that we coach or encounter, um, they just kind of want to, who do you want to serve? And they go, I want to serve, anybody that takes a deep breath in Lake County. And I'm like, well, okay, well, that's not your target market, because that's really expensive if you think about it. Marketing to all those folks when in fact there's only a cross section of the A and B kind of prospects that you really want. So, number
Yep.
one, understand your target market. We can help you do that. There's a lot of very interesting ways to get after that, but I won't go to that today because we got to be productive and we're talking conversion. So, first of all, target market, and then I would say the next biggest challenge is what makes you unique, and are you talking about it? A lot of owners that we talk to, I'm pointing at Bonnie, that we talk to, I'll ask them, so what you do and how you do it, do you feel you do it in a unique way? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Nobody else does it the way we do it. And I said, well, are you talking about it? Are you telling people about it? And they go, well, what do you mean? I mean, are you telling people about it? Are you getting that unique selling proposition out in the marketplace?
And then even more importantly,
And
does your audience understand that target and how it's important to them as well? Because it could be unique to you, and it could be unique in your industry, but does that uniqueness resonate with your audience?
well, that's the element of the unique selling proposition that always has to be in check. And that is, I might think I'm doing it unique, but is it relevant to my target market? Um, a lot of us can talk about that what we do is unique, and it just won't resonate with who we actually want to be doing business with. So, you know, nice to say we do it that way, but if it's not relevant to the target market that we want to serve and get our price points in, then we have to do something else.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's one
so
coach I follow. Actually, he's a speaker. His name is Scott McCain, and he's got his book out about differentiation. And you can be different, and you can be differentiation. You can slap every customer who comes into your shop, but is that a good differentiation? So not only does it have to be different, it has to be of value to the client.
well, sure, absolutely. And if you've been in business if you're a small business and you've survived the 5 year threshold, then you're doing some things right. You may have taken your business from a hobby to a lifestyle, but now it's time to scale it, right? Because I think you want something at the end of the day that you either can pass along to the next generation, you can sell it, um, whatever you'd like to do. It suddenly from lifestyle to scale, it becomes a real asset for you. And so we want to make sure that we've got all the strategies, the execution of those strategies effectively in place for that to happen. Okay, to move on. So target market, absolutely. Got to have your compelling message, unique selling proposition. Then we have to determine what's the best channels of communication to use. And I'm going to say two things, and then I'm going to move to conversion because that's actually why we're here today.
Yep.
The channels of communication, I'm just going to say there's two plus all the elements underneath these two that have to be utilized. The one is the face-to-face, out in the market, human marketing. So it could be developing strategic referral partners. It could be that we're just going to go do some bold calling and talk to some of our target market firsthand. Then the second universe is all the world of digital marketing, where in some respects, many respects, that's where Bruce actually fits in. Because video, I said this last week, I think, right, Bruce? I said, if we think the old adage of pictures speak 1,000 words,
Yep.
video speaks 10 times that. because they get a sense for beyond the picture, can this business and the guy representing the business, can he or she walk and talk, chew gum, ask credible questions, etc. So when you can display that by way of video, like I said, it's 10 times 1,000 words of a picture.
And plus, you get personality.
You
You get your personality in there. You get kind of have somewhat of a connection. I think it builds trust a little bit more because you can actually see the person, you can hear the person, you can hear their tone of voice. So even in a written format, you really can't hear the tone of voice unless they're a really good writer. And with a picture, it's just a still image. And you have a picture of a face, and if it's a smiling face, does that face look trustworthy? And that's probably different than actually hearing the person. And does that person sound like they know what they're talking about?